So out on the 21st is Snoopy and Charlie Brown, the Peanuts movie, which is a CG animated a CG animation, obviously adapted from Charles M. Schulz's beloved comic strips, co-written by Craig and Brian Schulz, who are respectively son and grandson of Charles, and using archive recordings of Bill Melendez. Basically, it's elements of the stories that you would know before, and the film is trying to walk a tightrope between, on the one hand, honouring the spirit and feel of the original, on the other hand, giving it a slightly new and slightly updated 21st century twist. However, it's the stories that you know in essence. Here's a clip.
I can't believe I'm about to talk to the little red-haired girl. It's moments like this when you need your faithful friend. Yep. If there's one person you want by your side at a moment like this, it's your loyal dog.
Hello? Hello?
She said hello.
You get the general sense.
I do.
So, I mean, it would be tempting, it would be easy to sort of take something like this and then update it and turn it into something that lost the charm of the original. There's been a certain amount of debate about how much one should or shouldn't update the kind of Americana of the original in order to make it contemporary for a modern audience. There is very little updating going on. The main problem, the main issue is when you have this CG animation. On the one hand, they want to sort of retain just the very straight lines, the sort of flat 2D of the strip. On the other hand, they want to make it something which is going to play to a modern audience. So you have a sort of bizarre playoff between when you have Snoopy going into fancies about fighting the Red Baron, obviously, which is, then we get 3D dogfights and all that sort of stuff. And the rest of the time, what you get is the characters exactly as you would recognise them from the drawings, but with a strange spherical edge. So rather than having round heads, their heads appear sort of to be slightly spherical.
Were there 10, 20, 30, 40,
50 or more? Bloody Red Baron was
running up the score.
And
Mighty Men
tried. And
of Germany.
Of Germany, yes. So, no, there weren't, incidentally. So it's in terms of its animation, it's north of South Park, which is, just cut out heads. And it's south of The Adventures of Tintin, which is, you remember it was all sort of completely motion capture. One of the things that lets it down is that some of the poppy songs are rather cringe-inducing. But it has a weird, slightly archaic, actually not slightly archaic, downright old-fashioned quality to it, which you can feel is pulling against the desire to make it into something which will, engage a modern audience. And it doesn't always pull it together. That said, it's kind of sweet, and it does follow the principle that in the end, what the original strips, actually, indeed, the original TV specials were all about it wasn't laughter. It was sort of wry smiling. It's funny to sort of sell something now on the basis of it's wry and slightly observational. If you read any of did you ever read, we had the book of, It Was a Dark and Stormy Night, and you'd read it over and over again. You wouldn't laugh, you'd smile wryly and often inside. So there is some of that. Obviously, it is augmented by sort of, as I said, the 3D flying sequences and some musical sequences which really got on my nerves a bit. But I was worried that it was going to be a total letdown, and it wasn't that. It's just kind of sweet.